Why does the average person think they know how to fight? Well, I am here in Central Park, New York City, and we're gonna try and figure out why.
Pretty much going straight down at the knee.
By just asking. Let's go do it. Okay, first question, do you think that you can fight?
Oh, yes.
Yeah? What kind of makes you feel that way?
That I could win?
Yeah, like confident in fighting ability.
Oh, depends on the level of anger.
Level of anger? Okay. Have you ever been in a fight before? And if so, how did it go?
Well, I was in fights growing up all the time. I would say up until 14 or 15.
Yeah, that's kind of prime fighting age.
I was just able to just sort of
Yeah, that
pick
makes
and
sense.
choose my fights.
Gotcha.
After that. And not really fighting,
Yeah.
you know, after.
How do most of them end? Is it kind of like kerfuffles that kind of like dissipate and everybody goes about their own way, or is it like...
I think it's basically about running out of energy.
Have you ever trained in martial arts?
I have not.
You've not? Have you ever thought about it?
No, my sport is soccer, and I
very
want to
cool.
stick with that.
Yeah.
We fight on the field, but then we just...
I was going to say, yeah, I mean, depending on where you play soccer, I feel like there's a fair amount of fighting that happens over there.
A little pushing around, but not much.
Yeah. I feel like the most common answers that we're going to get are I see red. I think that most of the training will be no. What makes you feel like you're capable of fighting? I've been in fights when I was younger. What makes someone a good fighter in your opinion? What's funny is I think people are going to say something opposite to what they said about themselves. So I bet there's some contradiction that happens there. We'll see. Let's keep moving. Do you feel like you'd be able to defend yourself today?
I work out a little bit.
Okay.
So in that regard, I'm not probably the weakest, but
Okay.
if someone is willing to fight me, I would probably lose.
Have you done any training ever?
No, not really. When I was a kid, I tried judo,
Judo, okay, very cool.
like for a few months, and I just gave up.
In France, by chance?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a fight before?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay. If you had to get in a fight tomorrow, like you knew, like schoolyard bully, somebody's like 12 p.m. tomorrow, lunch, be there. What would you do to prepare for that?
Oh, wow. I don't know if I would go.
You just not show up. That's actually really smart. Okay, they chase you down.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my best bet would probably like try to find a friend who
Okay.
knows a bit
Ooh,
and ask, or
okay.
like try to
Ask them to train you or to show up with you.
probably show up with me if I'm in real
If
trouble.
I'll come with you. I
Thanks.
got you 100%. Okay, that was perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
you're welcome.
You have a good one.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Have a nice day, guys.
You too. You also might be wondering, why am I doing this? I feel like we've all seen the clips where it's a super over exaggerated person who's like terribly uncoordinated but very confident. So part one, the content. No, that's not nice. I want to know what gives people that confidence in fighting ability. Is it experience? Is it training? Is it size? Is it speed? Is it temperament? Is it wit? Like all the clips that you see online. Are they the outliers? Because as someone who trains like 24/7, there's sometimes I'm not that confident. I want to know why other people are. Let's go find out. Like, do you think you'd be able to keep yourself safe?
I don't think so, but I'll try.
Have you ever trained before?
I tried boxing,
Okay.
but it's not for me.
It's not for you. That's fair. What makes somebody a good fighter in your opinion?
Maintain a solid mindset.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
feel so.
Over aggressive and kind of
Yeah.
lose control.
Yes.
If you had to prepare for a fight tomorrow, what would you do to prepare?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, fair. Maybe like a boxing class, a jiu-jitsu class. Is there a specific type of martial art you think would work best?
MMA.
MMA? Okay. Just learn the basics of a few things.
Everything.
Yeah.
So you can try almost every combat system.
Yeah. You try and box them. If that doesn't work, you can take them down.
You can use legs. You're used to use only your arms.
Yeah, 100%. 99% of people that are walking around are just going to throw wild haymakers. And then you can just shoot a double, you'll be fine.
Yes.
Sweet. Perfect. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, of course. Thank you. That's kind of interesting. The guy who said he didn't train at all actually kind of had like a a pretty cool take. I was expecting different answers. The next couple interviews, I got kind of the same responses, and then this one.
Realistically, no. Like, if you just think about like the way the body breaks down over time, and like, I think it was Dave, maybe from Barstool, made a good point.
Which is the only time anyone's ever said that.
These have all been perfectly reasonable answers. I'm happy, but for the content, it's...
I think the average person cannot fight, obviously. I'm the one who made the video. I think people severely overestimate their capabilities of fighting. I think when people who can't fight people who can't fight, then like, it's fine. It neutrals out. When people say they're good at fighting, they're good at fighting people who can't fight. Technique goes out the window. Stamina is obviously a huge issue. People feel like fighting is a natural thing to humans, and I don't think it is. I think it's incredibly weird. And I think it's unlike any other athletic ability that people have. And you wouldn't say you're good at football because you have never played football before. You know what I mean? Like, I guess people do say that too. Never mind. People very often watch sports online and critique them based off of what they think their athletic ability is. So I guess fighting is no different. And there's definitely going to be more vocal people I find in the park, but there's nobody as vocal as the people you find online. Like, here's the perfect example. Let me get my phone. Y'all are you're making me mad. Last night, Mike Tyson fought Jake Paul. We saw it, right? And if you didn't see it, you saw the clips on Instagram. If you look through the comments of those Instagram posts, it's like nothing but people being like, oh, Mike Tyson sold out. Mike Tyson came for the money and ran. Mike Tyson didn't throw punches when he should have. Do you know how hard it is to punch people?
Hey, my name's B-Rat. I got 0 years of boxing experience, and here's what I have to offer.
Oh, great heavens, except for this guy. I hate when you're making a statement and someone comes up out of the blue and just upends everything. You get the point, though. I saw one video where it was like, POV or Mike Tyson, boom, and he lands that hook on Jake, and Jake like kind of stumbles back, and then he's like, whoops, I forgot I was supposed to be making $20 million throwing a fight.
Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight was, of course, 100% rigged.
Buddy, shut up. Shut up, that's 2 of them. Oh, and then like, what's worse is when you're at like a sports bar during a fight night. Speaking of which, it is, it's about time that I head out to go watch a UFC 309.
There we go.
Which is funny because they act like they're trying to control the fighter on the screen. And if they wanted to do that, they could just play with the sponsor of today's video, UFC 5. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty hyped for this one. I got to play video games for an ad read. My personal favorites, Wonder Boy and Leoto, obviously, karate boys at heart. Oh, the counter immediately. You can also use alter egos for characters, which is incredibly cool. You can use Quentin Jackson, Chuck Liddell, Mark Coleman, Anderson Silva, all from their Pride days. Oh, we can do Backyard too. Oh, Chuck Liddell. You gotta go Chuck Liddell. UFC 47 Chuck Liddell too. Let's go the UFC 87 John Jones. Oh, that's what I was looking for this whole time. All the buttons are where they feel like they should be. It's very easy to just pick up and start playing. The movements feel like, oh, they feel tasty. It's very satisfying. Big. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. Oh! My first win. Oh, I'm on easy mode. This game is so fun. Mike Tyson. Okay, yeah, let's do stand and bang with Mike Tyson. That's a great idea. Cut my glove, Mike. I gotta start throwing some head kicks or something. Eat the boxer's legs up. Oh, so nasty. The counters hit harder than everything else, it seems. Oh my gosh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No, I think I just saw somebody die. Cyril, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, you can get your own copy, PlayStation, Xbox. If you want to play UFC 5, you can get it at a huge discount right now because of the holiday season. You can learn more about it at this website right here, or you can find that same link in the description or the pinned comments. Thank you to UFC 5 for sponsoring this video. There's a dude, do you see him? There's a dude over there who's doing like 1 to 1,200 pull-ups per set. Yeah, we gotta ask him for sure. So the video is essentially how comfortable people feel with their fighting abilities. If you got into a fight today at some point, how do you think you would do?
I'll win. A knockout.
What makes you feel that way?
I used to box, and then I train every day.
Okay, yeah, I think maybe you'd be doing okay then. Why do you think the average person is like, oh yeah, no, I'd win?
I mean, because it looks easy when you're watching it on TV or whatever.
Yeah,
What's the difference
100%.
when you got to throw the punches? Usually people don't know, like a street fight only lasts for about 20, 30 seconds.
Right.
You know, but when you're fighting in a ring, 3 minutes, it's a whole different ball game.
If you had like a schoolyard bully that was like 3 p.m. tomorrow, be there, how would you train to get ready for that moment?
I mean, for somebody who doesn't have any fighting experience,
Yeah.
how much time they got to prepare?
Like less than a day.
Oh, they out of luck, man. They better
Do you
run.
think you do nothing and just...
Nah, I mean, you got to fight back. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to fight, you know, but it's really nothing you're going to be able to do in like one day.
Yeah.
I mean, the best thing to probably do is wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, if you could,
Ooh, yeah.
wrestling would probably be the easiest thing to probably just try to learn
a
real
little less
quick.
dangerous. Somebody's not going to know how to wrestle the
Yeah.
same way. Yeah, that's fair.
Am I crazy? Everybody's been so nice. Is it not just people always trying to fight?
I would not say I go looking for fights, and I would not say that people look at me and be like, I want to fight that guy.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good thing. I don't think I look very imposing.
Yeah.
But my general consensus, I would say, from growing up in New York, is that the bigger and more intimidating someone looks naturally, the more they seem to maybe want to seem like they can fight.
Test their... Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's like a expectation that they can, or that they're dangerous because they're big.
If you got into a fight right now, how do you think you would fare?
Probably not very well.
Not very
I think
well.
I would be on the defensive.
Okay, fair. Have you ever trained before in anything, like any martial arts, self-defense classes, anything?
No, I think I took like one workout boxing class at one point, like as a teenager, but
Did you enjoy it?
I liked it, yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think we did any like actual combat stuff. It was mostly just like the skills.
Fair. You'd be surprised. Most of the time, just knowing how to mechanically throw the punches is better than a lot of classes will get you, which is very smart. Somebody said, hey, 3 p.m. tomorrow, meet me here, and they were going to try and fight you. What do you think you would do to prepare?
I think I would avoid at all costs ending up in
just give them a call, be like, hey, I think we should think about how
find
this is going.
Find a trustworthy adult.
Yeah.
I feel like my best shot would be getting like a good night's sleep or something, like just trying to be mentally.
So would you train at all for it? Would you like, hey, somebody hold mitts for me. Let me try and practice some punches.
Maybe I'd hit up a friend who I think who has some training. I think I have some friends who do some Muay Thai to talk me through some basic technique if I had to.
Okay, I feel like Muay Thai would be a good choice.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's all I got.
Awesome.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Yeah, no
You have a good one. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
Excuse me. Why do you think people who can't fight think they know how to? Is it like a overconfidence thing? Is all right, thank you. So far, it's been like a pretty even number of people who are confident and people who are not confident. And the people who are confident typically have like some approximation of a reason why. The people who are not confident are like, yeah, no, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
If you felt like somebody like ambushed you here, how do you think you would do?
I'm in the military. I think I do pretty good.
You're pretty tall too.
I took self-defense. I know the basics of it.
Okay.
So I feel like I could get on their back and hopefully choke them out before they kill me.
that would help. I was going to say, what kind of training, if you could give a little more details?
In the past, we learned to like grapple. We learned to fight with our fists.
Yeah.
So we kind of got a broad, got the martial arts, and then we also have
Yeah.
like the more, I don't know what it's called, like
Mental, maybe?
Yeah.
It makes sense. What do you think fighting is more about, the technique or the mindset?
That's a tough one because if you don't have good technique and the other person does, you're done. But
Yeah.
like if you have a bad mindset and you're like timid, then
Good combination of the two.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Have you been in a fight before?
Not like I've never been attacked by someone, but I've
Yeah.
fought people.
Yeah.
It's been more of a controlled environment, but yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've been choked out a couple times. I've choked out a couple people. So.
Little choking, little choky, you know.
You don't want to have to fight people.
Yeah.
But if it's inevitable, I mean, you got to be ready.
Like if you have to be there in this fictitious YouTube scenario,
Yeah.
then you got to be ready.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
course.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Is this how you were expecting it to go? One, not a lot of people are saying yes to an interview, which is fair. I get it. Nobody wants to look dumb on the internet. Two, people are being kind of reasonable, which again, this is the internet. That's not allowed. But anyway, I think people tend to be like 50-50 on how they think about this kind of stuff. Either one, it's scary and they don't like the thought of it. They don't think about it anymore. Totally respectable. Or two, I think people's brains go the opposite direction, where if you tell yourself that you're already good at it, the scary thing becomes less scary, and most likely you don't have to get in a fight anyway, so that confidence kind of allows you to walk through life in a happier place. That's my guess. If you had to, you're walking down this area right now and somebody attacked you, do you think you'd be able to defend yourself right now?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
I don't. Yeah, there's no way.
He looks pretty big, so I think you'd be okay. What makes you feel that way?
I would say that I'm aggressive if I needed to be.
Okay.
At any point in time. If I felt threatened,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be the last one on the ground. I'll tell you that much.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, that's a reasonable response.
I'm fast. I can run away if I have to. I don't need to fight them.
Yeah. You don't have to be great. You have to be faster than him.
She's feisty though, so
Is she?
yeah,
Sometimes
she's got some fire.
Sometimes people will surprise you.
Yeah.
100%. What makes someone a good fighter in your opinion?
Their size.
How big they are? Okay.
Yes, and also I would say their mental toughness too.
Okay.
Because sometimes people just don't even want to hit back at all.
Yeah.
They'll just take every punch.
Take damage. Sometimes people, I mean, the fight or flight reaction does play a big part. Like if you get hit and then you're like, you just kind of freeze. That does make a big part of it. Have you been in fights in the past?
Yes.
No. Yes.
Yes.
How did they go?
I wouldn't say I've ever really lost one.
Okay.
So, but I haven't been in enough to have that sample size be great.
Yeah.
So
I gotcha.
And I was in my 20s and a little younger than that.
A little different time. Have you ever taken any martial arts classes or self-defense classes?
No.
No?
I feel like
Okay.
my dad wanted to make me, and then I never did.
You never did?
I did
Okay.
when I was 12.
What did you take?
Self-defense.
Oh, really? Okay. Gotcha.
It was just normal martial arts. And then my great uncle was a middleweight boxing champion of the world back in the 50s.
Oh, sick.
So I got a little bit of that in my genes.
A little
I guess.
hand-me-down,
Yeah.
beaten up. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like how that kind of stuff passes on through the family, how it's like this person trained, then your dad, and then you're like, oh, yeah, I box now. How would you prepare if you had to fight someone tomorrow?
I'm going to let her go first.
Okay.
I'm going on a run.
Going on a run?
I'm going on a run.
Okay.
We're talking no rules, street fight.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're going for the kneecaps.
Going for the kneecaps.
No, how
if
would
he's
you
bigger
prepare,
than you,
though?
if he's you don't really have to prepare. You just gotta kick a guy in the knee as hard as you can. He might go down.
What kind of kick are you going for? Like a stomp, like a roundhouse?
I'm pretty much going straight down at the knee.
Okay. So an oblique kick. I don't hate that. But anyway, that's perfect. I won't ask any more of you
appreciate
guys.
the time.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate
Nice
it.
to meet you
Thank you
guys.
guys. Have a good one. That is different than I expected it to be. Does the average person think they can fight? I think the consensus is maybe, to be honest. But yeah, pretty much the answer was if they had trained, they think they can fight. If they were big, they think they can fight. And then everybody else was kind of rational and reasonable. And
You could see a lot in people's personalities.
yeah.
It was like everything was kind of dandy until their own like capability was questioned.
That is true.
Then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, do I want to admit that I'm not sure if I
Yeah.
would be able to, like, do I want to admit that vulnerability right now?
Yeah. Overall, I feel like not the worst answers. I kind of have faith in you guys again. So until next time, subscribe or I'll kick you. Also, once again, thank you to UFC 5 for sponsoring this video. You guys are the only time that I am good at fighting. Get your own copy of UFC 5 up here or in the link below.